fight fans? This is Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Jarrell Big Baby Miller, Kubrat Pulev. Get this. Kubrat Pulev and Big Baby Miller are reportedly in talks to clash for the WBA regular heavyweight world title in Saudi Arabia. Team Pulev has sent requests to the WBA to sanction Pulev Miller for the title, despite at Michael Body Hunter asking for the WBA to deny Team Pulev's request and for him to be called as a mandatory. Ooh, and let me counterpunch. This is tricky because you have three seasoned guys: Miller, Pulev, Hunter. If Hunter is mandatory, he should get his shot. Okay. We know what Miller's been through. He recently got rear-ended, so I'm glad he's okay. He's safe. And Pulev, has just defied odds and upset Mahmoud Char, outboxed his face off, which was a great display, I might add. And he becomes the WBA. Okay. Now, everyone goes after that belt because that belt is a bridgeway to other opportunities, especially the Super WBA. So I can understand people wanting it, especially Michael Body Hunter and Jarrell Miller. Pulev has it, okay? And these guys are like the same age, they're like 35 years old. So they know this is probably the quickest and only opportunity they have to fight for a title. Okay, so, again, if Pulev wants to fight Miller for more money because Miller's locked into Turkey al-Sheikh, but then you got Michael Bounty Hunter wanting that, and he has that position, Michael should have it. But then here's the problem with boxing. Money talks and BS runs a marathon, right? Simply based off the fact that, well, if the WBA, they're looking at both people, like, hey, they're looking at Pulev wanting the Miller fight, in Saudi Arabia to get that dough. But then they have Miller saying, hey, no, deny that because I'm supposed to be mandatory. So it's up to what the WBO decides to do. And I'll tell you this. If we see a Miller and Pulev fight, now this may seem strange to me, I will be happy for Miller because Miller deserves a fight. He deserves a fight. Long as he passed these drug tests, he deserves to fight. Okay, I felt bad for the Chisora fight because that sucked. Now Chisora's fighting Otto Wylene, which I don't think will be that good. Okay, but, him and his promoter. So I feel bad for him. So you want to wish him the best. But if the WBA decides to go with Jarrell Miller versus Pulev, and they ignore Michael Bounty Hunter being a WBA mandatory. Now listen, that shows you, though, that they're all about the money. They're all about that 3%. That's what it shows you. It shows you that they took the money route over the moral, righteous route. That's what happens. That's what I feel. Because there would be no reason that Michael Bounty Hunter should deny any fight with his friend, especially his friend Jarrell Miller. They're cool. Because of, that he didn't have a call or a reason or a legitimate claim to fight or to be a mandatory. So there should be, that I understand what he's doing. You know what I mean? And if that was the case and the WBA decides, all right, Pulev, we'll let you fight Miller, only if you fight Michael Hunter after. That's BS. I'm going to tell you why. Because who says that Pulev will win? Nobody says that Pulev will win. And that deal may be only set aside for Pulev if Pulev beats Miller. But understand this, the only reason the WBA would allow it is to get that 3% because they know if it's in Saudi Arabia, it's under Turkey's authority and funding. So they want some of that funding too. Counterpunch. But you guys tell me what you think of Jarrell Miller, Kubrat Pulev in talks in Saudi Arabia, despite Michael Bounty Hunter wanting to be mandatory, as he should. So he feels. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.